class flat horse. Come Walk With Me is interesting as well. Eddie Cawley's horse in a tongue tie for the first time.
Bar 1 Racing Maiden Hurdle. The leader is Keynesburg from Redemption Days. They make the first bend. These are followed by Initiateur, Native Dream alongside, and then Come Walk With Me and Harry's Legacy on the inside of Big Tom, and then Amron Diamond, Woodford Warrior, and the Starred Cap Stick with the Process. These are being followed by The Ball Flanagan and Ballykendler and Mags Nelson, Amber Point, and on the inside is Western Together. Killian's Garden next on the outside, Matter of Opinion, and then Skyscraper and Can I Go. Classy CC and Standing Orders and Nelson's Dawn. Rush Slowly is towards the back end, along with Easy Doyen and Chardonnay coming towards the second flight, over which the leader is Keynesburg. Has built up an advantage of 3 to 4 lengths over Redemption Day in second, being followed by Come Walk With Me, Native Dream, and on the outside the grey horse Big Tom. Another grey on the inside is Initiateur, and then Harry's Legacy, as they are about to enter their final 2 miles. Amron Diamond is next, and Stick With The Process and Woodford Warrior, being followed by Ballykendler and Mags Nelson, The Ball Flanagan. On they come to the first of 2 flights in the straight, number 3 coming up. It's Keynesburg, the leader from Redemption Day, who put down there at that third flight, but safely to the other side, then Come Walk With Me, Initiateur, and then Big Tom and Native Dream and Harry's Legacy and Woodford Warrior and Ballykendler, and then Amron Diamond, Stick With The Process, The Ball Flanagan and Amber Point and Mags Nelson and Skyscraper, Western Together and Classy CC and Can I Go and Matter of Opinion, being followed by Nelson's Dawn and Rush Slowly. And they're followed by Easy Doyen, Standing Order, Chardonnay remains at the rear. Coming past the winning post, having jumped 4, in the lead is Keynesburg and Mark Walsh, followed by Redemption Day, Paul Townend. Just in second from Come Walk With Me and Keith Donoghue, then Initiateur, Blue Cap in 4th, and 5th is Big Tom as they race the end of their first mile. Big Tom being followed by Native Dream and Harry's Legacy, Stick With The Process, and Amron Diamond, Woodford Warrior, and on the inside in the black and red is Ballykendler. Going towards the 5th flight, a little over 10 furlongs from the finish. And it's Keynesburg up and over from Redemption Day, who jumped it off to the right. Followed then by Come Walk With Me, Initiateur and Big Tom are next. On the outside, Stick With The Process and the Native Dream and Harry's Legacy as they pass the halfway stage. They've got another 5 flights to jump, and it is Keynesburg leading the way to Come Walk With Me in Redemption Day. They're the first 3, followed at the 9 pole by Initiateur. Then Big Tom, Harry's Legacy, Native Dream, and Woodford Warrior, and Stick With The Process. Ballykendler, The Ball Flanagan, and Amron Diamond. Mags Nelson next, and then Killian's Garden, who's followed by Western Together. And then a Skyscraper on the outside of Can I Go. At the completion of the circuit, a mile to travel. 4 flights to jump. It's Keynesburg in front from Flagfall, who's a reduced advantage, however, over Come Walk With Me, who's now within a couple of lengths. 3rd is Redemption Day, and 4th is Initiateur, and then Big Tom. Harry's Legacy next with Native Dream, and Stick With The Process. Woodford Warrior. Amron Diamond, The Ball Flanagan, followed then by Ballykendler, and then Killian's Garden and Mags Nelson, Western Together next. Then Easy Doyen, who's followed by Can I Go, and Skyscraper, and on the outside, going towards the 4th last flight is Nelson's Dawn with a break in the field, then to Classy CC, was followed by Rush Slowly, Matter of Opinion, Amber Point, and Standing Orders is towards the back end as they come towards the 3rd last flight. Chardonnay remains at the rear. It's Keynesburg over 3 out from Come Walk With Me, who's now a handy running second, and then Redemption Day and Initiateur next on the inside of Harry's Legacy, losing Rush Slowly at that 3rd last flight. Sean O'Keefe is half up. It's Keynesburg back for home, leading by 2 lengths. To Come Walk With Me, Redemption Day close in 3rd, then Harry's Legacy and Initiateur as they pass the 3 pole with 2 flights to jump. These 5 have moved away from Native Dream, and then Big Tom and Woodford Warrior and Ballykendler. In line for the final 2 flights. It's Keynesburg as of yet to be headed from Redemption Day back into second. From on the inside, Come Walk With Me, and then Harry's Legacy and Initiateur passing the 2 with 1 flight to jump. It is Keynesburg now being asked for more effort. Looming on the outside, Redemption Day with Come Walk With Me, and these 2 have breezed past Keynesburg away from the final flight. It's Redemption Day in a battle now with Come Walk With Me. These 2 two have gone clear from Canesburg. Up the hill they come, and it's Redemption Day. One out from the rail, nudging on now from Come Walk With Me, and deep in the closing stages it is Redemption Day. Redemption Day adds a win over flights for Paul Townend, and Willie Mullins Come Walk With Me second, well clear of the third in, who has had his legs.
So it is indeed a winner for Paul Townend, and Willie Mullins here. Redemption Day has got the better of Come Walk With Me, who once again has had to settle for the runner-up berth, but doesn't seem to have done an awful lot wrong. He's beat the rest.
So, race 2, the bar 1 Kingsfurs Grade 3 novice hurdle. Together, Some Sky and Gaucher a length in front of the grey Bellocchio. Close up in fourth is Pleasington, a runner for Ollie Murphy, and then relieved of duties. Got Mahgut, Storm Along, and Clunainra. Coming towards the first of the two flights in the straight, little between Some Sky and the Stripes Gaucher, followed by an improving relieved of duties, and then Bellocchio and Pleasington. Storm Along is two behind. Got Mahgut and Clunainra. Flight that'll be the last one next time. Landing just in front Gaucher from Some Sky, followed by relieved of duties, then Pleasington, Storm Along, Bellocchio on the outside of Clunainra. In between horses at the rear is Gurav Mahgut. Definite leader now is Gaucher and Brian Hayes, gone on a little more than a length in front of Some Sky, Rachel Blackmore. Taking closer order is Pleasington and Keith Donoghue. On the inside is relieved of duties and Jack Kennedy, and then Clunainra, Ben Harvey, Bellocchio, Danny Mullins, now near to the back. In company with Gurav Mahgut, Mark Walsh. And keeping tight to the rail is Storm Along and Dad O'Keefe. Onto the fly past the stand. Gaucher leads from Pleasington. And Some Sky relieved of duties next. And then Clunainra, Bellocchio, Gurav Mahgut and Storm Along. 10 furlongs to go as they continue this run to the next flight. They're well stacked up. Gaucher with improving on the outside, Pleasington. Some Sky in between horses, then relieved of duties. Clunainra, Storm Along, Gurav Mahgut and Bellocchio now at the back. As they jump the flight, taking them towards the halfway stage. Far from fluent there, Storm Along. Gaucher leads Pleasington. Between horses is Some Sky, and then relieved of duties, Clunainra, Gurav Mahgut, Storm Along and Bellocchio. 4 flights left to jump in the bar 1 Kingsfurs novice hurdle. It's Gaucher by a length to Some Sky, neck in front. From third place, Pleasington. Then relieved of duties, Clunainra, the back three are Gurav Mahgut, Bellocchio and Storm Along. 6 lengths covering them, 3/4 of a mile to go and 4 flights to jump. It's Gaucher up and over. From Some Sky, relieved of duties, Pleasington. A move has been made by Clunainra to take that one closer, and they're tracked by Gurav Mahgut. Bellocchio goes on by 2 lengths to Storm Along. The third last flight, Gaucher, joined by Pleasington, then Clunainra and Some Sky. This quartet covered by a couple of lengths. They run round the home turn, then relieved of duties. Gurav Mahgut. Bellocchio is ridden, leaving behind Storm Along. It's Gaucher re-establishing an advantage of 2 lengths, and it's widening further over Clunainra, relieved of duties, being followed then with 3 furlongs to race by Gurav Mahgut, who's trying to stay on, and Some Sky. Pleasington is beaten off, then Bellocchio and Storm Along, but it's Gaucher in front. Coming to 2 out, it's Gaucher up and over from relieved of duties, who's now finding himself about 4 or 5 lengths down, with Gurav Mahgut keeping on towards the inside, but it's Gaucher stretching them coming to the final flight. Gaucher is clear over the last from Gurav Mahgut, who's making little impression, and then relieved of duties, Clunainra. Next on the inside is Some Sky, but it is Gaucher making virtually all here. Is set to repeat victories in the Kingsfurs for Willie Mullins. It is Gaucher and Brian Hayes. A different ball of wax here. Second will be going to Gurav Mahgut, with Storm Along up for third on the inside.
Gaucher is a ready winner of this Grade 3 contest. He's really dominated the race, in truth, under Brian Hayes. Can be a difficult ride, but he was certainly very much on his best behaviour today compared to how he can be, and he returns.
That off this time, the bar 1 0 to 100 handicap hurdle over 2 miles. Turning into the straight for the first time, it is Simply Chabre who makes it early on from Meos van Donge. Mahler's Cove being followed by Start Official and Saxon Land and Seskin Flash, Bayou Bell, King in Love to the inside of Marie's March. Coming to the first flight, and it is out on the left, Simply Chabre, who comes into it, followed by Meos van Donge and Mahler's Cove, followed by Start Official, King in Love, Seskin Flash, Bayou Bell. On the outside, Saxon Land, followed by Marie's March and King of the Bronx. It's Never Simple and Choose Your Answer. They're followed by Voice of Reason and High Honor and El Dorado Rock. Malbay Madness, the top weight next. And then Comanche Moon, All Biz, and a break. To 16, My Way to the Highway, who trades the field. Simply Chabre, gathered in by Meos van Donge. Break of 2.5 to 3 lengths to Mahler's Cove, and then Saxon Land and Seskin Flash and Start Official and Bayou Bell. High Honor has picked up places on the outside, and then Marie's March and King in Love, King of the Bronx, Choose Your Answer, It's Never Simple, Voice of Reason, El Dorado Rock and Malbay Madness, with the back 3 All Biz, Comanche Moon and My Way or the Highway. Approaching flight number 3, inside the final mile and a half, and wide apart, Simply Chabre, and up the inner is Meos van Donge, followed by Seskin Flash, Saxon Land, Mahler's Cove and Start Official. 10 furlongs out, continuing towards flight number 4. Simply Chabre and Oakley Brown, way out on the course. To the inside is Meos van Donge and Tien and Power Roach as they make the bend. Towards the 4th, and then Mahler's Cove and Michael Connor. 4th is Seskin Flash, Keith Donoghue, then Start Official and Saxon Land. Marie's March, King in Love, Bayou Bell, King of the Bronx, and Choose Your Answer, It's Never Simple, and High Honor, pushed along briefly El Dorado Rock, and then Voice of Reason, Comanche Moon, Malbay Madness, All Biz, and struggling on is My Way or the Highway. They've passed the halfway stage, 4 flights to jump, the bar 1 0 to 100 handicap hurdle. It's Meos van Donge who's just picked it up from Mahler's Cove, Simply Chabre, followed closely by Seskin Flash, racing together, King in Love, Bayou Bell, Marie's March, Start Official, Saxon Land, and then King of the Bronx, followed by Choose Your Answer, High Honor, It's Never Simple, El Dorado Rock, Voice of Reason, Malbay Madness, Comanche Moon, Gone Clear, 2 stragglers, All Biz, and My Way or the Highway. Coming to the third last flight, taking them for home. 5 furlongs to go, and it's Meos van Donge, who emerged a fractional leader from Mahler's Cove. Seskin Flash covers moves round the outside, followed then by King in Love, who's onto the heels of the leaders, and then Marie's March. As they run round the home turn, Meos van Donge just first in from Mahler's Cove. Seskin Flash, King in Love, Marie's March makes headway in between horses, followed round the bend by King of the Bronx, Start Official, It's Never Simple has gained ground, followed then by Bayou Bell, coming inside the 3 mark with 2 flights to jump. And it is Mahler's Cove, one out from the inside, who comes to the front from Seskin Flash on the outside, followed by King in Love, Marie's March. Falling away is Meos van Donge, then Start Official, It's Never Simple, King of the Bronx and Comanche Moon. 1 flight to jump, Mahler's Cove challenged by King in Love. These 2 rise together. King of Love landed the leader from Mahler's Cove. Start Official has lost his rider, and it is King in Love and Sean O'Keefe now stretching away from Mahler's Cove. Marie's March and Seskin Flash next, but out clear is King in Love. And Sean O'Keefe winning in good style here. It's going to be close for 2nd and 3rd. Mahler's Cove, and on the outside, Marie's March. Those 2 involved in a bob for the placings, and then Seskin Flash.
It's a breakthrough win for King in Love, trained by Sean Ahern, for owner Owen Barry, and guided to victory here by Sean O'Keefe, who had a fall in the first race. But
And that off the 2nd time round. It's now looking back, first to show in front from Jumper Lane. Duke of Lega attempting a course hat-trick, nice and handy on the outside, followed by Mr. Garty Yates, American Money, Annie Road, and the blue cap is Battle It Out, followed by Lord Erskine, and Cotta Harla, Don't Tell Jack, tightly grouped jumping the first flight. American Money is just headed, now looking back, followed by Jumper Lane, Duke of Lega, Lord Erskine is improved, and Battle It Out, Don't Tell Jack, Ottoman Style, You Have Me in Stitches, Any Road. Coming to swing into the straight, having jumped 2. This 2.5 mile Bar 1 Racing handicap hurdle. It's American Money, and in by the rail, No Looking Back, a length in front of Duke of Leg, Ottoman Style, Jumper Len, Lord Erskine. They're followed by You Have Me in Stitches. Around the outer is Don't Tell Jack. And they're followed by Miss Agarty Yates as they approach flight number 3. One of 2 in the home straight. American Money landed in front from No Looking Back and Jumper Len. Lord Erskine, Duke of Leg, Ottoman Style, Any Road, Miss Agarty Yates, the real deal next. And then You Have Me in Stitches, Don't Tell Jack, and Battle It Out, and Western Walk the top weight. They leave behind them flight number 4, and then Heroes Rise, West Away, and look back to last is Cotta Harla. Little between American Money and On the Rail, No Looking Back, break of a leg to Lord Erskine, who's now disputing 3rd with Ottoman Style, and then Jumper Len is followed round the bend by Any Road and Duke of Leg and Miss Agarty Yates, and the real deal next. And then You Have Me in Stitches and Don't Tell Jack and Western Walk and Heroes Rise. Battle It Out is 2 behind Cotta Harla and West Away. Reaching their final mile and 4. No Looking Back. On the inside under Philip Enright, shares the lead with American Money and Keen Cullinan, followed out wide by Lord Erskine and Sean Flanagan, Ottoman Style in between horses. Command of Paddy O'Hanlon, and then Jumper Len, Sean O'Keefe. They continue, well stacked, passing the halfway stage, the Bar 1 Racing 2.5 mile handicap hurdle. Little between American Money, to the inside, No Looking Back. Followed at the bend by Ottoman Style, Jumper Len, Lord Erskine, Any Road, the real deal. Duke of Lega shuffled back into mid-division. And then You Have Me in Stitches, Miss Agarty Yates, and Western Walk, and Battle It Out, and Heroes Rise. Don't Tell Jack, Cotta Harla, written along as West Away. At the completion of the circuit, a mile to cover, 4 flights to jump. It's American Money, just shading it from No Looking Back. 3rd is Ottoman Style, then Jumper Len and Lord Erskine, Any Road, the real deal. You Have Me in Stitches and Don't Tell Jack, and Duke of Lega has lost further ground. Then Battle It Out was followed by Western Walk, Cotta Harla, Heroes Rise. Labouring is Miss Agarty Yates, and then West Away for the jump. 6 furlongs to go. Increasing the lead to a couple of lengths, American Money from No Looking Back, who dragged his way through the flight, and then Ottoman Style, Lord Erskine, making headways, Don't Tell Jack on the outside, the white cap, then Jumper Len and Any Road. You Have Me in Stitches and Cotta Harla, Battle It Out, Western Walk and Heroes Rise, the real lead West Away, Miss Agarty Yates, and struggling and losing all contact is Duke of Lega. Half a mile to run, 2 flights to jump. And it is American Money who will hit the straight in a lead of a length over No Looking Back, Lord Erskine, Ottoman Style. Still closing is Don't Tell Jack on the outside. And then Heroes Rise and Jumper Len, leveling off for the final 2 flights. It is American Money still in front from No Looking Back. Making rapid headway to the inside is Western Walk the top weight, then Jumper Len on the outside, Don't Tell Jack with Lord Erskine and Heroes Rise. In between the final 2 flights, staying on late in the piece is Cotta Harla as Western Walk has shot through on the inside. Quickly challenged now by Jumper Len, shaking off the attentions of American Money away from the final flight, and it is Jumper Len and Sean O'Keefe who take it up now. From Western Walk, American Money, and then Heroes Rise, well cleared of Don't Tell Jack, but away in God is Jumper Len from American Money, who's resolute into 2nd, and Western Walk and Heroes Rise. Another winner on the day for William Allens as Jumper Len is the winner from American Money, flashing home, having lost her place a long way out. Miss Agarty Yates and then Heroes Rise. Sean O'Keefe also back in the winner's enclosure.
Jumper Len wins very well on handicap debut for Willie Mullins, drawing right away in the closing stages. I wonder if that's the last winner Willie Mullins is going to have this week.
And that off in the Bar 1 Racing Beginners Chase, 2.5 miles. The leader is Saragas in a distinguishing purple cap. Leads Western Fold, Olympic Man. With them is Mahon's Way and Bingeworthy, and then Built by Ballymore. They link up with their first fence. And then American Money, 2 furlongs to go. Increasing the lead to a couple of lengths, American Money from No Looking Back. Followed by Western Walk, and Heroes Rise. Little between American Money and On the Rail, No Looking Back. Jumper Len, Lord Erskine, Any Road, the real deal. You Have Me in Stitches and Don't Tell Jack, and Jumper Len on the outside, Western Walk and Heroes Rise. And then You Have Me in Stitches and Cotta Harla and West Away for the jump. 6 furlongs to go. Increasing the lead to a couple of lengths, American Money from No Looking Back. Leads Western Fold, Olympic Man. With them is Mahon's Way and Bingeworthy, and then Built by Ballymore. where we have lost Buchel Bucht. On to the second. The leader is Sir Argus. Shane O'Callaghan appears fine. Sir Argus over the second, followed by stable companion Olympic Man. Western Fold on the inside, Mahon's Way. Dancing on the Ceiling and Binge-Worthy. Meeting up with fence 3 before the straight. The leader is Sir Argus. From Western Fold, Olympic Man. Running the inside rail is Mahon's Way. Then Dancing on the Ceiling and Binge-Worthy and built by Ballymore. Catch the Beast next. Heading for their final 2 miles and fences 4 and 5. The leader is Sir Argus by 2 lengths to Western Fold. Olympic Man in the center. Over on the far side, Mahon's Way, the blue cap. Then Binge-Worthy. Tracking on this side is Dancing on the Ceiling. Then Catch the Beast. Foxy Girl. And the leader is gone there. Sir Argus has blundered out of the saddle Brian Hayes. As they come uphill to fence number 5, the fence will be the last one next time. Western Fold, Olympic Man, Dancing on the Ceiling and Mahon's Way, the 4 were across the fence. Followed on Rising Ground by Binge-Worthy, built by Ballymore and Foxy Girl, Too Much, Catch the Beast, and then Kalanishi Star. And then Show Your Appreciation, Can't Stop Smiling, and trailing the field is Ballysax Hank. Mile and a half to go. And another 8 fences left to jump. This is past. And this 2.5 mile beginner's chase. Mahon's Way improves on the inside. Out wide is Dancing on the Ceiling and then Olympic Man. Too Much has improved in Western Fold. Followed then by Binge-Worthy, second of the 2 fences away from the stands. Dancing on the Ceiling. Mahon's Way, Olympic Man, Western Fold, Too Much next. As they complete their jumping along the side of the track, 6 more fences to jump. And it's Mahon's Way. Just leading now from Dancing on the Ceiling, Olympic Man, Western Fold, and then Binge-Worthy. Foxy Girl, built by Ballymore and Too Much, and Catch the Beast and Kalanishi Star. And then Show Your Appreciation. As they jump that next ditch, Can't Stop Smiling and Ballysax Hang. Inside the final mile, with 5 fences left to jump, the Bar 1 Racing 2.5 mile beginners. And it's now a 4-way tie for the lead. Dancing on the Ceiling, Mahon's Way, Olympic Man and Western Fold. The 4 are abreast, 2 cleared of Binge-Worthy. And then Foxy Girl, Too Much, built by Ballymore, Catch the Beast. In the start cap is Your Appreciation, and then Kalanishi Star. Followed by Can't Stop Smiling, and Ballysax Hank has always been last as they jumped that fence, which was their first 5 out on that occasion. Dancing on the Ceiling needs narrowly. From Western Fold, and then Olympic Man and Mahon's Way. Coming to the 4th last fence with 5.5 furlongs to go. And it's Western Fold stepped at it. Dancing on the Ceiling out wide. Right with them is Olympic Man and Mahon's Way. 3 to jump. This quartet spaced across the track. The fence homeward bound, Western Fold, Dancing on the Ceiling. Precious little between them, being followed by Olympic Man and Mahon's Way. Foxy Girl is trying to take closer order, and then Binge-Worthy, ridden along to keep position as they turn in for the last 2. Western Fold, Dancing on the Ceiling and Mahon's Way. Breaking a length in front of Olympic Man and Foxy Girl. From a long way back, Ballysax Hank is trudging on, coming towards the 2nd last, and panned across the track. Western Fold, Dancing on the Ceiling on this side. Olympic Man coming in the center of the quartered colours. Over on the far side is Mahon's Way, losing Catch the Beast, and Foxy Girl is getting competitive with 1 fence left to jump. Olympic Man now challenged by Foxy Girl, then Dancing on the Ceiling. Western Fold, Mahon's Way, final fence in the air together. It's Foxy Foxy Girl landing in front. From Olympic Man as they climb the hill. Another one to go, Ballysax Hag. And it is Foxy Girl driven on now by Darrow O'Keefe from Olympic Man, then dancing on the ceiling, Western Fold and Mahan's Way next. It's Foxy Girl from Olympic Man, who's not done with yet, and closing with every single stride. And it is Olympic Man running down. Foxy Girl late on, then Western Fold, followed in fourth place by Dancing on the Ceiling. A fine return on the day for Willie Mullins with another 4.
And all three are ridden by different jockeys. It's Danny Mullins this time who scored on Olympic Man.
That off over 3 miles in a furlong. Already a couple of reminders for Braun. This 14-runner Bar 1 Racing Leinster National listed handicap chase. 16 fences to jump. It is Bushman's Pass, and out wide the grey Panda Boy, jumping up in between them with Street Value, followed by Braun as they make tracks to fence 2. Bushman's Pass disputes the lead with Panda Boy. Going up to them is Any Second Now, Street Value in between horses, and then Braun. On the inside, last year's winner Heart of Dark as they take fence number 2. Slight mistake by Kinter Calanese as they make the bend towards the third, which is the first ditch. Bushman's Pass from Braun, who's moved up, then Street Value, Panda Boy, Any Second Now, Heart of Dark. Better Times Ahead in the start cap, followed by King's Halo and Stormy Judge and Kinter Calanese, and then Largy Debut. Tar Kicker held up. Stormy Judge blundered there, and hampered Must Be Obeyed at the rear. Espinito Bello, previous winner. They've jumped 3. Bushman's Pass just in front. From Braun, Street Value, Panda Boy. This quartet covered by 2.5 lengths, then Heart to Dark and Any Second Now, and King's Halo and Kinter Calanese, and then Better Times Ahead. Stormy Judge, Largy Debut, Tar Kicker. On the outside, Must Be Obeyed, and at the rear is Espinito Bello. On to the first of 3 fences before the straight as they rise at the 4th. Street Value was sticky at that one. It's Panda Boy just taking it up from Bushman's Pass, Any Second Now, Braun, Heart to Dark, Street Value, Kinter Calanese, and Better Times Ahead. As they jump the second of the 3 before the straight. Again, all safely over. Little adrift now is Espinito Bello, the top weight. The fence before the straight, and it is Panda Boy rejoined by Bushman's Pass, jumping up to the 2, Any Second Now. And then Braun and Heart to Dark, Kinter Calanese onto the heels of the leaders. Proving round the outer is Must Be Obeyed as they turn into the straight. To the next 2 fences, and it is Bushman's Pass, joined by Braun, gone on by more than a length to Panda Boy, and then Any Second Now. Extreme far side is Heart to Dark with King's Halo. Kinter Calanese is on this side. Also with the runners on the stand side, Street Value and Better Times Ahead. Over the first fence in the straight. And not much between Bushman's Pass and on the right, Braun. Between horses, Panda Boy. On the stands rail is Any Second Now. Right on the far side is Heart to Dark. As they jump fence 8 and the last one next time, the Bar 1 Racing Leinster National listed handicap chase. Soon at the halfway stage, Bushman's Pass, Braun on opposite sides of the track, followed by Panda Boy, Heart to Dark, Kinter Calanese, Any Second Now, King's Halo, Better Times Ahead, and then Must Be Obeyed, who's changed course to the inside, and then Largy Debut, and Stormy Judge, Tar Kicker, Espinito Bello. At the completion of a circuit, 8 more fences left to jump, a little between Bushman's Pass, Philip Enright on the outside of Braun and JJ Slevin, being followed back at their point of departure by Panda Boy and Ricky Doyle, and then Any Second Now and Mark Walsh. On the inside rail is Heart to Dark and Keith Donoghue. And then Kinter Calanese and Alan McGuinness with King's Halo and Must Be Obeyed and Better Times Ahead and Largy Debut and Street Value, Tar Kicker, Stormy Judge, and Espinito Bello. Another 7 fences left to jump. They're inside the halfway stage, and they're well grouped up. It is Bushman's Pass and Panda Boy, Any Second Now, all out quite wide, followed by Heart or Dark, who remains on the inside. So they jump this one. And as they merge away from it, Bushman's Pass with a rapidly improving Must Be Obeyed, Heart or Dark, King's Halo, Panda Boy, Braun has dropped back on the inside, then Kinter, Calanese at any second now. Better Times Ahead, Largy Debut, Tower Kicker, Stormy Judge, Street Value, and Espinito Bello. At the next ditch, Must Be Obeyed, and down there, Braun. Hampered was Espinito Bello. Bushman's Pass rejoins issue with Must Be Obeyed. Then Heart or Dark, who's close in third. Followed by Panda Boy in any second now, and King's Halo and Kinter, Calanese, Better Times Ahead, and Largy Debut, and then Street Value. Stormy Judge, Tower Kicker still held up, and at the back, where he's been from the outset, is Espinito Bello, making the bend to the fifth last fence. Many in with chances at this juncture. Bushman's Pass into it with Must Be Obeyed, followed by Panda Boy. After Panda Boy, it's Heart or Dark. There's JJ Slevin walking away after his fall from Braun. Coming to 4 fences from the finish, Bushman's Pass. From on the inside, Must Be Obeyed. Panda Boy there on the outside. Being followed by any second now, Kinter, Calanese. Largy Debut's creeping into contention. Then on the inside is Heart or Dark as they jump to third last fence, and it's Bushman's Pass and Panda Boy landing as one. Followed after a break, Kinter, Calanese, Must Be Obeyed. Better Times Ahead is improving. And then any second now, Largy Debut, Heart or Dark, King's Halo, and at the back of the leading group is Tower Kicker. In they come for the last 2 fences, and it's Panda Boy coming over this way from Bushman's Pass, followed by Kinter, Calanese. Better Times Ahead now shaken up. On the far side, Heart or Dark with Must Be Obeyed, Largy Debut, Tower Kicker, and King's Halo. This is the second last fence, and they're across it. Kinter, Calanese has lost. Anna McGuinness when coming to challenge. Bushman's Pass, Panda Boy, Must Be Obeyed. Over on the far side is Heart or Dark. Gone on from Tower Kicker and Better Times Ahead. The final fence coming up, and it Must Be Obeyed in between Heart or Dark, last year's winner, followed on rising ground by Bushman's Pass and then Panda Boy, and it is Heart or Dark getting to the front inside the final 200 yards. Battling back is Bushman's Pass. There's nothing between these two. They're head and head. Bushman's Pass on the near side is gonna see it out. Bushman's Pass has deprived Heart or Dark a second Leinster National, then Panda Boy, followed in by Must Be Obeyed, and any second now.
Great finish, and it is indeed Bushman's Pass who's just forged on close home to win the Bar 1 Racing Leinster National in the hands of that man Philip for the final time.
White flag raised, and that off. Race 7. 2 miles to go. The Bar 1 Racing sign up offer Mare's Bumper. Blue Velvet on the outside of Shady's Lady, building up an advantage over Apple's Jane in third. As they swing into the straight, Apple's Jane being followed around the bend by Switch from Diesel, and then Indigo Mist, the final couple, Something Black and Daniel D. Racing up the straight the first time, the leader is Blue Velvet and Patrick Mullins. On the right-hand side is Shady's Lady and Declan Quealy, followed by Apple's Jane and Harry Swan. Indigo Mist improves for Paddy Hanlon on the inside of Switch from Diesel and Raymond Barron, and then Something Black, Tom Harney. Trading the field is Daniel D and Keane Cullinan. Blue Velvet leads inside the furlong marker from Shady's Lady. More than 2 legs between them, followed by Apple's Jane. Just fourth is Switch from Diesel from Indigo Mist, and then Something Black. And finally, Daniel D. Very few changes in the order, 1.5 miles to go. Blue Velvet by 2.5 to 3 lengths from Shady's Lady. Third is Apple's Jade. Then Switch from Diesel with the back 3, Indigo Mist, Something Black, and Daniel D. Racing along the side. 10.5 furlongs to go. The Bar 1 Racing sign-up offer Mare's Bumper over 2 miles. It's Blue Velvet, the leader, from Shady's Lady, Apple's Jane, Switch from Diesel, Indigo Mist, Something Black, and Daniel D. Inside the final 1.25 miles, it's Blue Velvet, continuing in the lead from Shady's Lady. Second throughout, Apple's Jane remains in third in the Switch from Diesel. Daniel D, Something Black, and relegated to be the overall back marker is Indigo Mist. Reaching the halfway stage is Blue Velvet from Shady's Lady. It's closed back up on the inside. Sitting less than 2 lengths off them in third is Apple's Jane, and then switch from Diesel, Daniel D, Something Black. And a break now to Indigo Mist. 7 furlongs to go. Blue Velvet rejoined by Shady's Lady, 2 up on Apple's Jane. A switch from Diesel is joined for the 4th by Daniel D. And then Something Black and Indigo Mist. Inside the final 6 furlongs, Blue Velvet has gone back into a lead of 1.5 lengths over Shady's Lady. It's just holding on to second for the time being from Apple's Jane, and then switch from Diesel, Daniel D, Something Black, and ridden along is Indigo Mist. Inside the final 5 furlongs, Blue Velvet, rejoined by Shady's Lady on the inside, and then Apple's Jane, and switch from Diesel, Daniel D, Something Black, pushed along on the outside of Indigo Mist as they run round the home turn. And it's Blue Velvet and Shady's Lady continuing first and second. In third, a length off them is Apple's Jane, and then switch from Diesel. Passing the 3, they straighten on up for the judge. It's Blue Velvet from Shady's Lady, ridden along in between them is Apple's Jane. Travelling up strongly on the outside, a switch from Diesel. Heading for the final 2 furlongs, it's Blue Velvet. On the outside, coming there on a tight rein, a switch from Diesel, Shady's Lady. Digs down deep on the inside, and then Apple's Jane. And racing to the final furlong, and it's switch from Diesel, being produced by Raymond Batten to come to the front. From Shady's Lady, Blue Velvet, and Apple's Jane next inside the final 200 yards. And it is switch from Diesel, widening that gap over Shady's Lady, Blue Velvet, and then Apple's Jane. And up towards the finish, it is switch from Diesel, finally getting her break in bumpers. Second goes to Shady's Lady and Blue Velvet in third.
Confidently ridden by Ray Barron, switch from Diesel has justified favouritism in our final event here at Naas. Runner-up to Bambino Fever at the Dublin Racing Festival has given that form a boost. The winner set to line up at the champion bumper at Cheltenham on Wednesday. 5 to